Welcome to FrannyDoMakes. My name is Fran. This is my channel where I generally talk about things that I have been making over the past couple of weeks, generally knitting. In fact, it's all knitting today. So if that's your kind of thing, then please do settle down, grab a cuppa or whatever you fancy, and we'll get stuck into what I've been making. So today I'm a bit later than normal. It's a Wednesday, but it's Easter holidays, so my days off I've had fun with Minnie, and then today I've been at work, so it's just the end of day for me. So I've just come home from work and I've got about an hour before she comes home from her grandma's, so I thought I'd sneak this in before she comes back, and then we're not interrupted too much. So I've got a lovely cup of Earl Grey and I will talk you through what I've been making. If you would like to find me elsewhere in the universe, then you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry at FrannyDoMakes. I have a Facebook page which is FrannyDo page, and any show notes with information about the designers, the dyes of the yarn, patterns, things like that will all be found on the website, which is www.frannydo.co.uk, and you will find all the show notes on there. So I hope everyone is well. I hope you've had a lovely 2 weeks. I hope you've enjoyed your Easter break if you've had one. We've had a lovely time. I've had a few days out which have been on the vlogs. I've got one more vlog that I need to edit and put up, but it's just finding the time to do that. And we have another day out tomorrow. I've got the day off work tomorrow, and we're having a little day out at like an adventure park place with our friends. So I don't know if I'll get any vlogging of that done, but anyway. So today I have 2 finished objects. Well, technically 3, but one of them I don't have with me, but I've got pictures. So 3 finished objects. I have some acquisitions from the Spring into Wool. I have some works in progress, only two current works in progress, because I finished 2, so I need to get some, oh no, 3, sorry, 3, if you count the blanket. And I also have a thank you for reaching 1,000 subscribers. So we are over the 1,000 threshold now. So thank you very much for subscribing. If you haven't already, then please do subscribe. It helps me get the channel out there and find other like-minded people that might enjoy the content. So like I said, if you do like the video, then please give us a thumbs up, and that was very weak. That's better. A thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel, then you will see anything that I post in the future. So if you're new, big welcome. If you're a returning viewer, then please welcome back, and let's get cracking. So first up, I have a pair of socks. So these have been languishing on the whip trolley for a while, since the summertime, I think. I had one that was finished, and for some reason, I know the reason why I didn't finish them off, but basically I did a heel that I don't normally do, and I didn't really like the look of it, so then I was like, do I continue and do it the same? Which I did, and they look fine, to be honest. They're just not as neat and tidy as the normal. Well, one side is, and it must be something to do with the increases and decreases, but the other side is not so neat. So I'll show you the neat side. But basically these are my the shallow sock, which is a pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady, who is Litton. So there's that pattern there up the front of the sock, and the back is just plain. So the yarn I used for these was a Lockwood Fibres sock set. It was a 70-gram sock set. It was a colour of the month, a monthly subscription, Mystery Yarn Club from 2021, I think. Yes, because I stopped it in February last year. This was, did I say what colour it was? December. So this was one of the last ones that I had. This is the December colourway. They were all based on sea creatures, but I couldn't tell you now what sea creature this was based on. Maybe I know the last one I got was an octopus, but it's not this one. A fish of some kind, or maybe some coral. So yeah, it had a contrast colour as well. Sorry. So I did them toe up, which is different to the pattern, but it's a reversible pattern anyway. So toe up with a Turkish cast on. And I did, if you're interested, 72 rows for the foot. I did a new depth heel, which I wanted to try because Hannah uses it all the time on the corner of craft, and I thought maybe a little bit more room in the heel might be good. So I tried that with 6 stitches increased, which on this side is relatively neat, but on the reverse it's a little bit holy. I don't know what I did. I tried to fix it by duplicate stitching, but it's just a little bit holy. But you know, c'est la vie, it doesn't matter, they'll be in my shoes or whatever. So yeah, and then I did 62 rows of leg from the end of the contrast colour, and then I did a 2x2 rib and an elastic bind off. So the pattern was easy to follow. It's a simple stitch pattern, just knits and purls. So yes, very nice. I'm pleased with them. Glad to have them off the needles. Oh, I do need to, I've sewn in the ends, I just need to snip them off after blocking. So they are complete. So I don't have any socks on the needles at the moment, but I have caked some up to start some socks for my sister because I've not knit her a pair for a while. So that's one of the last of my 2022 whips there. I've got 2 left, but they're both Christmas socks, and I probably won't get to them until later on in the year. If I need to tell you anything else, I use a 2.25 Chow needle. I did 64 stitches. I started it on the 6th of August 2022 and I've just finished it. I used 44 grams of the main colour and 10.5 grams of the contrast. So I just have, excuse me, these left so they can go in my box for my blanket. So the next pattern and project that I have finished is just fresh off the blocking mats, and this is my Hitchhiker Shawl by Martina Behm. Which is a triangular single skein shawl, really quick garter stitch shawl, and I thoroughly enjoyed making this, so we'll just pop it up. So it's just a nice small little shawlette that you can wear. In her picture it looks longer than mine. Maybe I'm tying it the wrong way around. It should be more like that. Yeah, I think that's better. It's longer on the toothy side than it is on the other. But as you can see, you've got these lovely sort of teeth, I suppose, on the one side of it. You just increase on one side, and it's basically just garter stitch with some bind offs and increases. It's dead easy. So I used 1 skein of some noodle soup. Do I have the noodle soup yarn, which was 100 grams of shimmer sock. Excuse my nails, it's all chipping off. Shimmer sock, which is superwash merino, nylon and 5% stellina, 425 meters, and it was the colourway Gulfweed Cosmos. So this was, I'd saved this skein for something nice because I didn't have anything else that was this kind of colour, and my living room has this kind of green downstairs. So yeah, I used a 3mm needle and I managed to get 43 teeth. Is meant to be 42. You're meant to get 42 out of a skein. I still had a bit left, This is how much I had left, which is 4 grams I've got left, which I might have been able to get another tooth out of, but I didn't want to risk it, and this can go in for the blankets. But yeah, it's lovely. The yarn is so lovely and soft. I really like it. It's just a nice little wraparound, you know, for these spring days that can be a bit chilly on your neck, especially when you've got short hair. Like, I had my hair cut the other week, and I didn't have a scarf on, and I was like, oh gosh, like up here was so cold. So yes, I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. I love this yarn so much, and I really wanted it to just be on its own and to really sing. And it has got some shimmer in it as well, so it's a little bit sparkly. So I'm happy to be able to show you it and happy to be able to wear it now. So this took me a month. I could have knit it quicker, but I was knitting other things and it wasn't necessarily a priority to get it finished straight away. But it's a lovely mindless knit. It was great for nights when I was just watching the telly, and I could watch and knit at the same time, or if because I was doing my love note, I was doing the lace on that, and then that sock had some pattern on it. I wanted something that was a simple stitch pattern, and this was just perfect for it. I would make this again for sure, because it's a lovely way to show off those single skeins of lovely yarn or a colourway that you really like. So yes, I think this will be well loved and well used, and yes, I should give you a full show, shouldn't I? So it is, I mean, it's my full wingspan. So I can only just hold either side, so it's plenty long enough. It's just a slim width, I suppose, and it's longer on one end than the other. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it, and I shall keep it on for the rest of the episode. So there you go. Lovely. So I'm really pleased and happy that I've made that. So it turned out as just over 400 metres of yarn, which is easily one skein, isn't it? I think that was a very generous yardage, so I had a bit extra left over. So they're my 2 finished objects that I have. My other finished object was a little project that I picked up and started on Monday, the bank holiday Monday. We were having a day sort of in the house, watching movies and just chilling out basically. And I just watched Becky of, oh gosh, what's the podcast called? Bex Creates. I don't know, I forgot. Anyway, I was watching Becky's podcast and she had mentioned me on there because we were, I'd bought the pattern of the Bonnie Wee Mouse, which is a little knitted softie by Susan Claudino. And she says, oh, I'm going to be making one so we can maybe do it together. I thought, oh, fab, I'll cast that one. I've got 2 things off the needles, I'll do that and it'll be a nice quick knit. And I had some, oh, have I got it to hand? Hang on. Where's that bag? Where's that bag? Is it in here? Yes. I had, this is what I've got left of it. It was some pink DK yarn from Truly Hooked, which I think was called Sugar and Spice. It's a DK with nylon. It's some leftovers from Mr. B's, what's the word? Snuggly's Royal Cowl that I made for him for Christmas. So that's what's left of it. And so I made the Bonnie Wee Mouse, which was a lovely little project with the DK yarn and I think a 3.25 needle. It was so easy to knit up and really fast. The only thing I did different from the pattern is that I did a Turkish cast on for the legs and hands and the different components, just because I'd started off doing it knitting 4 and joining it in the round, but then I had a hole and I thought, well, I do taupe socks all the time, so I did a Turkish cast on just for those few stitches, and then I didn't have anything to sew up in the bottom, so that was really good. So I followed the rest of it to pattern. It was really easy, it was really quick. I did it in a day, and I have a picture of it because Minnie has claimed it and has taken it off to Grandma. So here is the little mouse in its first outfit. So in one of the pictures of on the project page on Ravelry, and yes, it is on there, she'd made a Christmas one, had the designer Susan Claudino, and she'd put a cowl around it with some handspun yarn that she had, and I liked that. I thought that looked really cute. So I looked at what it said in one of the projects, and it was just 5 stitches and garter stitch until you got all the way around. So I had just some spare blue yarn that was in the stash box, just some leftovers from something else, and I held that triple and just made a little cowl out of it, sewed it up in the back and popped that over his neck. So that's what he's got on there. And then Minnie decided that it'd be nice if he had a little hat that his ears could poke through. So we looked in my blanket jar with all the minis in, and she picked out a colour and we made him a little hat, which I just made up on the spot. It wasn't anything special, just had a bit of ribbon, and I just went back and forward on the front and then on the back and then joined it together to give him some space for his ears. And I just basically followed the pattern for the head to do the decreases, and then I made a little tassel and put it on the top. And then she has another little teddy that has a little gilet that I made, just a little crocheted square basically with some holes in. And so she was putting that on him as well and said, oh, maybe it'd be nice if he had his own, because that one didn't fit him right because that was for Baby Panda. So then I made a little gilet, well, a little waistcoat really. So again, that was just a square, pretty much. There was a few decreases in it, and I just cast off about 4 stitches and then cast them back on when I came back the other way to make the hole. And I did a little chain for like a buttonhole, and sewed that back on and then put a button on it, and so it's got a little button closure. So this is Benjamin, what was his name? Benjamin Raspberry, that's his name. There he is. What did she say that he liked? I can't remember now. No, I can't remember all the things that she liked. I was going to record her doing it, but she didn't. I'd forgotten. Anyway, but there he is, and he's a happy little soul, and he's very toasty and warm, and yeah, the best dressed mouse I've ever seen. So there you go. That's him. I would highly recommend the pattern. It was really lovely to knit. In fact, I am also going to cast on a Wasabi the Whale, which is the other pattern that I bought, with this leftover DK that I have from Kate Celine, which is her Fairy Lights at Night. I made some mitts out of this. I've got half a ball left. I think it'll easily do. It's more than I had for the other. I think he's smaller as well as the whale. So I could even make a bonbon bunny, but I do like the whale. And it's blue. So that's going to be another cast on, which hopefully should not take very long. Just hide that bag because that's an acquisition. So there you go. They're my 3 finished objects. So that's it. So moving on, I have, like I said, what did I say? 3 works in progress. What to start with is my progress on the knitted patchwork recipe blanket, which is the mitre square blanket. So as I said, I'm following the knitted patchwork recipe by Martine Ellis. My squares are, I'll tell you again, I might as well, 25 by 25 stitches. I'm doing the decreases on the right side, and to make a neat edge I knit the first stitch through the back loop and the last stitch I slip with the yarn in front. So you get a nice edge to pick up on the next row. So the ones I've done are, I believe this is a Giddy Yarns off the minis that I bought at East Anglia Yarn Fest. That's Ducky Darlings from my advent calendar. This is Giddy Yarns, I think that's the One Ring. That's from my advent calendar as well. That is the Wizard, or no it's not, Into the Woods or something. That is Sauron from Giddy Yarns. What's that one? I don't know what that one is. Nope, that's a mystery one. But this is what Mustard made. And now I am going to start to go across the long way now. Where have I started? Okay, so I've picked up this one here, and this is Castleview Yarns. So we'll be going across the top. It'll be easier to show probably. But this is, I'll hold it up after I've spoken. So this is what it's like at the moment. So it's pretty long. It's pretty big. It's going to be lovely and warm. It's a nice weight as well. So I'm really enjoying doing that, picking up and doing a square here and there. I'm not necessarily doing a square a day anymore, but I'm doing at least one every other. And I'm almost done with doing all of the minis that I had once. Oh, sorry, jangling on the thing there. Right, so the next two are garments. And I've not done loads. They're both in the round and round stockinette place now, which is a bit boring. But first of all, I have my Pouf, which I am on Sleeve Island here. So I've done this much of the first sleeve, which isn't loads. It felt like more. I've got to do a couple more, and then I think I'll do a decrease. I don't know if technically it's going to be a little bit small. I'm hoping with the blocking it might stretch it out a bit. I'm supposed to get to the elbow, which I'm just short of at the moment, so maybe another few centimetres of that, and then it's nearly there. I might just do a couple more just to be safe, and then I do an increase, and then you have a bit of a sort of a bell sleeve, poofy sleeve, because it's still a poof. So there you go. It's using the Barefoot Fade by Pixie Yarns. Oh, I did have some needle stoppers from the Lonely Knitter, and I can't find them anywhere. They were like little balls of. Oh, that's how much I had left. So this is how much of the yarn I had left for each colour after I'd finished the body. So I weighed all the leftovers, and I split them all into two, so that I knew how much I had left for each sleeve, and I could just, I don't mind if it doesn't match up exactly with the body, so I'll just keep knitting until I run out of the yarn basically, because they'll be longer than the body, maybe, I don't know. Oh, it's gone a bit cold. So that's my Pouf cardigan, and the other in my lovely soft accents bag from Jackie. This is my Love Note, which I have separated for the sleeves, and I'm about 2 inches into the body. I love the colour, it's so nice. Oh, I didn't do what's on the wall. I'll do it in a minute. Yeah, so it's coming. It shouldn't take long really, I should get back onto it. And I watched Hannah of the Corner of Craft the other day, and she had a problem with her hers not going over her head. I don't think I'm going to have that problem, even with the, I mean, I have a little tiny pea head anyway, but I think I should be okay. My head is tiny, I'm not even kidding, I can wear children's hats. Right, there we go. So that's the Love Note, and I'm using yarn from Skein and the Stitch, both yarns, which is, there she is, that's Jess from Skein and the Stitch. I'm using the fingering weight, which is slightly variegated. I mean, I'm not alternating skeins, but I don't think there's any big chunks of, it doesn't look like it. There's little flashes here and there, but only a stitch or two. I don't think I'm going to get any pooling. I can't be bothered now, I've started, so. So that's her Cryus colourway, which was a club colourway for the 4-ply, and the fluff, this is Surrey Alpaca fluff. This is called Sapphire, which is one of her regular colourways, I think. But that colour was in the other colourway. So that's the other one. So you can see it has got variegation in it, but it's not got big flashes or anything. So I think I'm going to be fine. And if I'm not, it'll be my own fault. I don't mind if there's a bit of pooling. I'm not going to blame the dyers because they do a wonderful, wonderful job. So that is all my works in progress. Yes. So, like I said, I'm going to hopefully cast on, I feel like I need a few smaller projects. So I'm going to cast on that whale, and I'm going to cast on some socks for my sister using another of the, I think it's downstairs, another of the Lockwood Fibre sock sets that I've got left over. And then once I've done the whale, I think I might cast on a Doodler Shawl by Stephen West, which I have this yarn put aside for. Is the yellow in there? Oh, hang on, we're gonna have a. Oh, have I already caked it up? What's this one? Standard sock. Oh, hang on. It's all going wrong here. Oh, there. Right. So, that's not that one. Which will be this. I might, the top of the pattern has like a large cable along the top and some like spines throughout the main colour. So I'm going to use the yellow for that, probably hold it double with the fluff for a bit of texture because I've got both of those and they need using. And for the main colour of the middle of the shawl, I'm going to use this. Oh, so this is Truly Hooked Duckling. This is Adventures in Yarncraft, lovely Laura, and oh, it's so squishy and gorgeous. This is Merino Singles, it's Cocktail Sunrise. And the last colour, which will be for the bottom of the shawl, the big wavy edge, is going to be Blue Lagoon by Lovely Verity at Truly Hooked. So that's going to get cast on next. So in fact, I might find a bag. I could put it in my other soft accents bag in there. Which is that? Oh, there's something else in there I need to show you. Okay, right. So moving on to acquisitions, including things for the channel. So if you are a subscriber and you help me reach the 1,000 subscribers, then I have a thank you for you. So I have 3 things to give away, which I purchased from what's it called? Spring into Wool. This is good. I was very good. I didn't buy much for myself. I did buy some yarn, but it was only little pieces. So for you lovely people, there are 3 prizes. The first prize is a little set. Oh, sorry, I'm running out of battery. The first prize is a little set of stitch markers from Siobhan's Crafts. So they come in a little tin. There you go. They're little sort of turquoisey coloured things. So they're lovely. Also from, I'll show you a card. Siobhan's Crafts. Also from Siobhan's Crafts, I have a ball of lovely yarn, which is called Painting Easter Eggs. So it is seasonal. So there you go. It's a lovely skein of sock yarn, which is 85% superwash Polworth and 15% nylon. It's 100 grams and 400 meters. There you go. It's lovely, lovely yarn, lovely colours. And the third prize is going to be this lovely bag, which is a zip top sort of sock stroke shawl bag. That's how big it is next to my head, so it's, I mean, my head's small, but next to a skein of yarn. You probably get a couple of skeins in there and your project. So there you go. It's got lovely peacocks on, and the rose gold colour is a little bit metallic. So there you go. That is up for grabs. So in order to be in with the chance of winning any of those prizes, what shall I tell you to do? Just comment below with what's your favourite Easter treat. So put make sure you put the word treat in the comments so that I know to pick that one. So what's your favourite Easter treat? And I will do a random generator and pick out some winners. So if you can put in the comments by, I'll put a date here as to when you need to have them done by, and then I'll know that they'll be done for the next time. So there are all the giveaway prizes. I did buy some things for myself. So first of all, again from Bellica Yarns, was a bag. So this is one of her, you can put them over your arm and then knit with them. Not that I'd wonder about knitting, but it's got lovely little badgers and rabbits on. So that's that. It just closes with some poppers on the top. So that was what I bought. Like I said, from Bellica Yarns. Also from them, I bought a pom-pom to go with this yarn that I got for Minnie from East Anglia Yarn Festival for a hat. Also from Siobhan's Crafts, I got a little Lucky Dip bag. It had this little mini in it and a couple of stitch markers, which I don't have with me downstairs. There was a little rabbit and a carrot. So they were in the little Lucky Dip bag, which is really sweet. So that can go in for the blanket. And the other things that I bought, if my sister's watching, she might have to, I mean, she's requested something for Christmas. So I bought some yarn for this because she doesn't like wool. So I needed to get some cotton. So if you don't want to see what colour it's going to be, Lindsay, and you are watching, then please look away. This is the colour. So this is a Shapey as well, which I got from the Cotton Pod. I have got the cards here. Yes, the Cotton Pod. And it's a colourway Watermelon Hellraiser. So that's nice. So I'm going to make a little scarf for my sister out of that. And my other two items, one of them I don't have a card for, but it says it on the thing. I bought some of these from Wee Country Yarns. They're little minis of like woolly wool. So it's pure wool, bit scratchy. I want to try to do some colour work mix with this, and they had a nice pattern. I'll put a picture up here. Which just needed 5 of these little mini balls, and they were only a couple of pounds each, so that was like a tenner or something. It was not much at all for that, so that's what I'm going to use those for. And the last item I got, which was not yarn, so I did quite well. I only bought 2 yarns, and one's not for me, so the rest of the things were just other stuff. But I got a little needle felting kit from Felt Wildly. which is a lovely mother and daughter company. They were ever so nice. I didn't see the daughter, but the mum was there. She was so friendly. And so I've got this little 3D cactus kit. Comes with the little pot and everything. So I shall be having a go at that at some point. So that is Felt Wildly. That's their card. And their details. There you go. So yeah, they were lovely. They had some lovely little kits there. That's everything. So that's all the acquisitions. That's everything else. News-wise, I don't think I've got any news. That's everything I bought, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I got some of these. I haven't done anything with them, which is pretty poor, really. But maybe for next year. I bought some little felt eggs that I was going to use some embroidery thread and make some pictures on them. And put some of these on. They're from Joe's Toes. They have make your own, what do they call it? Make your own slippers, have those. Right, so I'm going to go because my phone's going to die in a minute. So, yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming and sitting with me. And well, I hope you enjoyed it. I was going to say thank you for enjoying it. You might not have. But if you didn't, then you won't still be watching. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a lovely crafty couple of weeks ahead. And there'll be another Easter vlog, I think, up on the channel if you're interested into those. But don't worry if you're not. But yes, thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to comment about your favourite Easter treat in the comments below to be in a chance to win one of the little prizes. And I will see you again in 2 weeks with hopefully some more progress on the rest of the things. So happy crafting, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye! I realised I did not do what's on the wall. So what is on the wall? You've seen it before. It's the Adventuresome wrap by Amber O'Brien. This is using the Castleview Yarns Advent Calendar yarn from 2021. There you go. Good luck at it. Bye.